So, today we're going to dive into a concept from yoga that a lot of us think we know, but, well, ancient texts show us it's something way more powerful and honestly, way more interesting. We are talking about mudras. You hear the word mudra, and you probably picture a specific hand gesture, right? Maybe one you've done in a yoga class or meditation. And you're not wrong, but those hand gestures, the hasta mudras, they're really just the tip of the iceberg. Okay, so what about this? This complex, full-body inversion. According to the classical Hatha Yoga texts, this is also a mudra. In fact, it's one of the most important ones. Kind of challenges the modern idea of it, doesn't it? So if a mudra isn't just a fancy hand signal, then what on earth is it? Well, the real answer takes us deep into the energetic side of yoga. All right, so let's get into the real definition. The ancient scriptures don't describe mudras as just symbols. They're powerful, energetic tools. The word mudra literally means seal, and that's the key. Think of it like an energetic lock. The whole point isn't just symbolic. It's a very specific physical and energetic technique built to contain and then channel your body's vital life force, what yogis call prana. And here's the crucial part. A true classical mudra isn't just one thing. It's this powerful combination of three things. You need a specific posture or asana. You need to engage energetic body locks known as bandhas, and you have to practice breath retention or kumbhaka. You need all three of them working together to create that energetic seal. So, what does this actually look like when you put it all together? Let's check out how these components can combine to basically turn the entire body into one big, powerful, energetic circuit. For example, take a look at this pose, Tadaka Mudra. It might look simple, but it's a perfect example of what's called an asana mudra. It's combining the posture with breath retention and an abdominal lock to create a seal that moves energy right through the torso. This is so much more than just a stretch. Okay, now let's ramp it up with Mahabandha Mudra. In this one, the practitioner is in a seated pose and engages all three major energetic locks at the same time. They call it the Great Lock. And the goal here is to generate and seal a massive amount of internal energy. So why would anyone do all this? What's the point? Well, it's definitely not about fitness. The scriptures are really clear on this. The ultimate goal is deeply spiritual. It's about using these physical techniques to literally experience a state of cosmic consciousness. The old texts even talk about this goal called Amrita Siddhi, which translates to deathless achievement. Now, this doesn't mean you'll live forever physically. It means attaining a direct experience of the part of you that is timeless, that is eternal, your pure consciousness. And that is the incredibly lofty aim of these advanced mudras. And you can't talk about this kind of a pursuit of higher consciousness without getting into one of the most famous and, let's be honest, misunderstood concepts in all of yoga, Kundalini. You see, many of these advanced seals, especially the ones that use the energetic locks and breath holds, they have one very specific job. They are literally designed to awaken and then guide a powerful evolutionary energy that's said to be sleeping inside all of us. Kundalini means the coiled one. And it's described not as some mystical snake, but as the very seed of our potential. It's seen as this divine creative force inside us that shows up as our capacity for spiritual insight, or artistic genius, or major intellectual breakthroughs. And this is not some New Age idea, by the way. The legendary 8th century philosopher Shankaracharya himself said that it is precisely through practicing these energetic locks, the bandhas, that this dormant power wakes up and starts to move up the central energy channel of the body. Okay, but here's the thing. Waking up a force this powerful, well, it's not a game. The ancient texts are just as full of warnings as they are of promises. They really stress the need for incredible caution and respect. So, let's be crystal clear, these are not techniques you just casually try out. Any practice that involves holding your breath or kumbhaka is a big no-no for a whole list of conditions. If you have high blood pressure, any heart issues, glaucoma, or if you're pregnant, these advanced practices are absolutely not for you. And the author gives a really stark warning for our modern times. Our bodies have natural safety mechanisms, right? But he warns that psychedelic drugs can switch those off. And combining those drugs with these powerful breathing practices is incredibly dangerous. As he puts it, anything can happen. And listen, the author isn't just speculating here. He learned about these dangers the hard way. He tells this personal story about a specific mudra that involves drawing water through the nose. In his youthful excitement, he did it in a lake in India and ended up with a severe case of amoebic dysentery. It's a pretty intense reminder that these ancient practices have to be adapted to our modern world. So, okay, why does all this ancient stuff matter today? Why is it so important to understand this deeper definition of mudra? Well, it has everything to do with how yoga is being practiced right now. The author makes this really powerful argument. He says that because so many modern teachers have lost that connection to the original scriptures, these incredible transformative methods of yoga are often taught in a diluted and, as he puts it, impotent form. So what's the solution? He says we've got to go back to the source. It's only by really digging into the ancient scriptures, the shastras, that we can piece these techniques back together and reclaim the full power of these practices. And that really leaves us with a big question, doesn't it? So many of us turn to practices like yoga for health, for peace of mind. But in doing so, are we maybe missing the bigger picture? In our whole modern search for well-being, what ancient evolutionary power have we completely forgotten?